Many persons have been denied Portuguese visa just because they couldn't answer correctly the questions that were asked in the application form. Yes, and most people have also given out their hard-earned monies to agents to help in filling the application form. Let me tell you guys, it's just like a student who is being given a question and asked to fill in the answers. If such a student doesn't fill in the correct answer, what do you expect? Failure. It's just the same thing. You are given a Portuguese application form and you are asked some questions and you can't fill in the correct answer. What do you expect? Visa denial. So guys, in today's video we will be showing you step by step or detailed way in which you can fill in your application forms. Yes, some people will say, no, it's better I give out my money. Money is not everything. You doing the right thing at the right time, filling in the right answers to the questions that are being asked really matters, because the application form is what will be used to assess, to know the reasons why you are coming into Portugal. But before we do that, I have to appreciate my returning subscribers. You guys are wonderful. I can't thank you less. Thanks for your encouragement and your comments. They really mean a lot to me. And if you're just seeing this video for the very first time, my name is Doris Abejide. I make videos about my experiences here in Portugal, my lifestyle, and help people who wants to come into Portugal either through study or they want to work. Yes, and if there's the kind of content you like, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also press the post notification so that you will always see my videos whenever I make uploads. Thank you. So guys, let's go into today's video, and I won't be doing it. My husband will be the one explaining it in detail because he is experienced. So he's going to take it step by step. One, how to get the form, how the numerous questions expected from you guys, it would answer all. So come along and let's go fill the form.
So guys, I want to take you to the page where you fill the application form. Basically, you can easily go to Google and type what you are seeing here. Just type VFS Portugal visa in Nigeria. If you type this in, then you see this page. This is vfsglobal.com. So if you click this page, it will take you here. So you can say start now application. Then if you then you see that what type of visa do you need. So you as a student that you're coming to study, you need long-time visa. So if you click here, it will take you here. So from here, you can decide, you can choose long-time visa, long stay. So if you are coming for maybe a language course that's going to last you for maybe a month or just for a visit, you need to choose short stay. But as a student, like you're coming to study for undergraduate, for masters, or for PhD, you need to choose long stay. So when you choose this, so it will take you to this page where you see the overview, just this. Then let me start with the visa fee. So you can see here for students, long stay students, so under this category, see, it's just 90 euro your application fee. So I don't know the equivalent in Naira currently, so I think it's 90 euro. So you have that at the back of the mind. And then the required documents, let me quickly, I think my wife has already done much justice to this, but let me just kind of quickly show you what you need. You need your valid passport, at least 6 months validity, the copy of the data page of your passport and any other visa page you need. So you need to have your complete application form, which I'm going to show you today. Then 2 recent passports, you need to have that. Copy of your certificate, you must have done the notarization, authentication in Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Education. And then you need police character, very, very important. That is a police report that you need to get for police CID. I think we have an office in Lagos and Abuja So you need to get that, and it must have been authenticated in Foreign Affairs. The letter of acceptance from the university where you got admission in Portugal, evidence of stay. We really need to talk about this later. If you don't have anybody in Portugal that can give you a contract of their accommodation, you can easily book a hotel or use Airbnb to make an appointment. Make a book of a room, then you can tender that to replace this one. So insurance, you need to do 1 year's medical insurance. I think it's about 30,000 naira thereabout. So it depends on the insurance company you are using. The proof of financial capacity, that's your statement of account. I think this is a topic for another day. Your flight reservation, you need to make a flight reservation and a return ticket. Then request for consultation of the Portuguese criminal registry. Yeah, I think this one is just going to be given to you at the embassy. It's not a big deal. So you can see the visa field, I've said it before. Then, so these are the documents you need. Then the photo, of course, you need passport, just a normal passport we've snapped in Nigeria. So this is the copy, the nation of the passport. Then, so I won't talk much on the processing time because this is completely the embassy thing. But now let's go to where we want to talk deeply today. So you're talking about the filling of the application form. So then you see the application form here. Let me show you the application form. So you can see the application form here. Let me make it very bold. So here you put your passport in any of these places. Then your name, your surname, surname at birth. For instance, if you are married, then you need to put your what do you call it? Your what do you call it again? Your maiden names. Your maiden name here, and then your first name. That is the names. Like, okay, I am Joshua John Obadiku. If your surname is Obadiku, Joshua John Obadiku. So then date of birth, you put it here as it is in your passport. Very, very important. Don't have 1980 in your passport and put 1982 here. That can easily disqualify you. Your place of birth, you were born in maybe Ijero, or you were born in Port Harcourt, you need to put it there. Country of birth, then current nationality, of course, is Nigeria. So if you are from Nigeria, that's your nationality, so you are there. Or if you have another nationality, you need to also specify here. Like maybe you have nationality in Nigeria, you also have nationality maybe in Canada, you need to state specifically here. So then your sex, you put your sex, marital status. If you are married, you have to state it here. Very, very important. If you don't declare that you are married now, or let's assume you are married but you didn't declare it here, that will affect you if you want to bring your wife or your husband in the future. So you need to declare that there. So in the case of minor, surname, okay, this is not minor case, you are a student. So national identity number, where applicable. You can put your national identity card here. So type of travel document you need. So as a student, you need ordinary, you are having ordinary passport. Sorry, if you're a diplomat, like maybe someone that is working with foreign affairs and this thing, if you are a service, maybe you are a policeman, or you have a special passport. But in our case, majority of applicants will use ordinary passport. So you tick ordinary passport. So number of travel documents. Here, I think you don't really need to bother yourself about that. Okay, sorry, I made a mistake. Number of travel documents they are referring to here is your passport number. So you need to put your passport number here, the date the passport was issued, and the validity that, okay, the validity of your passport, and where is the passport issued. Let's assume you got your passport from immigration office in Abuja, you just put Abuja headquarters. So applications home address, you put your home address, applications home address, and email. And then you also put your email address here. Applicant home address. So you need to put your home address here and your email address, your phone number. Then resident in the country other than the country of current nationality. Let's assume you are a Nigerian and you are residing in maybe in Italy. Oh, sorry, let me go to South Africa. Maybe you are residing in any country, or Cameroon, let's say Cameroon or Ghana in Africa. Then you need to say here that, okay, I am residing in a country other than the country of, so you have to state here that, oh, I am in Nigeria, but currently I'm residing in Ghana or I'm residing in Cameroon. So they also have to state the permit that makes you to reside in the country you are currently. So what is your current occupation? You are working before applying, then you need to state it here, which is an advantage to you. You should state that, oh, I am working with social company, because they want to see that you have a tie to Nigeria, that, okay, after your program, you are returning back. So you need to state here. If you are not working, well, you can as well say you are not working, you're a student. So you write student here. But if you are working, it's an advantage, right? I'm working in some place. So then what's your employer's address? You need to put your employer's address, and then you can put the phone number of your maybe secretary, to your DG, to your director. For student, name and address of educational establishment. You can imagine maybe you are a student, maybe a master, a PhD student that is already lecturing in a university. Then you can write the name of your university where you are lecturing and put the contact of the contact person. You put the address of the contact person here and the phone number. Also, what is the main purpose of traveling? As a student, you are going for study. If you are going for tourism, that short stay that I mentioned, I showed you before, then you click on tourism. Business, if you are going for business, visiting a family, but in the one that we are talking about today, study. So you click on study. So that's that. Then member state of destination. Then are you going to study in Portugal? You are talking, this is the general form for Schengen countries. So are you coming to Portugal, or you're going to Germany, or you're going to France? Then you have to state it here. Member state of first entry. Let's assume that your flight is you're coming to Portugal, but you are going by France. So then you have to state that, okay, France, you first enter France before coming here. But as a student, you don't really need to bother writing anything here. You are coming to Portugal, write Portugal here. You are going to France, write France there. You're going to Germany, write Germany there. So number of entries requested. If you are coming here for to study, let's say master's, PhD, whatever you are coming for, is single entry, because when you come to Portugal here, you will apply to serve for a resident card. And once you have your resident card, you cannot travel to maybe back to Nigeria. Maybe you want to go back to Nigeria and come back, but you need your resident card. So what you need is a single entry as a student. Duration of intended stay or transit. Indicate number of days. Here, well, you can put your 3 years, maybe your degree program, put 3 years. You can, master's, you can put 2 years. Year is not really important, but what really matters is you are coming to take single entry, because when you get here, you are going to get a resident card. Then the next thing, let's go to number 26. Schengen visa issued during the past 3 years. Have you secured any Schengen visa in the past 3 years? If yes, then you have to say yes. What is the validity of that visa? You need to state that here. Then fingerprint collected previously for the purpose of applying for a Schengen visa, you say yes, if you have done this before. I mean, if 26 is yes. So if it is no, you put no. Entry permit for the final control of destination where applicable. Like in your case, you are applying for Portuguese visa as a student. You don't need to bother yourself here. Entry permit for the final control of destination where applicable issued, because you are here to secure the visa. So you don't need to bother yourself here because you are still applying for the visa. Intended date of arrival in the Schengen country area. So like you are going to study, if you are applying to Portuguese embassy, I will advise you to put, maybe like if you are submitting your application, let's say today, which is 2nd of October, you should put at least a month, because it basically takes long, and it's always advisable to apply earlier. It's always advisable to apply earlier. So you should put, of course, if your school is resuming, let's say your school is resuming by 30th of October, it's of course advisable you write 30th of October there, because you also need the visa to be granted as soon as possible. So here you need to put the date you wish to travel, and this date must coincide with the ticket you have booked, your flight reservation. You must make this date to coincide, and also you also must make your travel insurance document, your medical insurance. You can also tell them to put the same date that coincide with the date you are specifying as the date of travel, so that all of them can coincide, on the close range, right? So now entry permit for the final, okay, we're talking about the intended date of arrival in Schengen country. So you put it there, intended date of departure from the Schengen country. So you can put for a PhD student, you have 4 years, you put 4 years. Just calculate 4 years from your head and put it here. You have 3 years, you can put 3 years. So surname and first name of the invited person in the member state, if not applicable, name of hotel or temporary accommodation. Here, you are coming as a student. Now, like I said earlier, you must have secured a kind of, maybe you are going to stay with someone you know here, which the person is going to give you is or a contract. Or if you don't have such, you can as well secure your hotel, or maybe anything that secure your hotel. So you put the name of the hotel here and the address and email and the telephone number of the hotel where you have secured accommodation. Or maybe you might have secured a room. Normally, when you secure a student room or whatever accommodation in Portugal, you will receive what we call contract. So that contract it will show the names and every details of your landlord, and then you need to put that here and there. So name number 32, name an address of inviting company. So you are going to study, like, okay, you are coming to University of the Lisboa, you put the name of the university here, telephone number of the university, you put it here, surname, first name, address, telephone, telefax, and email address of the contact person in the company. You can put this here. You can still, if you don't know any contact person in your university, you put the name again and repeat the phone number. So that is the cost of traveling and living during the applicant stay is covered by who? Is it covered by the applicant himself? Yes. So you tick this because you are going to pay. If it's your parent that are paying or whoever is paying, you need to tick this. So let's say you have a scholarship. I think it's written somewhere there. Okay, let's say you by the applicant himself. What do you have? You have cash on you. If you have traveling check, you state that. But let's say in most cases you have card, then you have credit card, and okay. So if you have any other means you want to maybe that you are having money, you have to state it here. So by a sponsor, who is sponsoring you? Let's say you have someone that is sponsoring you, like giving you a scholarship. You have to specify here who is giving you the this. So in what mode are they giving you sponsorship? Is it by cash or whichever way? You have to state it here. Then let's move to the next page, number 34. Personal data of the family member who is an EU, EEUA or Schengen citizen. If you have anybody, for instance, you have a brother that has been living in maybe Germany for about 5-6 years, who is currently a citizen of Germany. Then you can put in the person's name here and their document. You have to state that, because if you don't do that, you cannot claim that later, because in one way or the other, it might be an advantage to you. So you have to state that here. Then one thing I will always advise also is that even as much as some of this information could also lead for them to be thinking that, okay, maybe you are trying to maybe run away, it is always advisable to give the accurate information. Don't actually try to hide anything. Give the best, give everything accurate, because this really, really will help you when in the rainy days. So always make sure you give adequate and accurate information. So the date of birth of that person and the nationality of that person. For instance, if you have a brother that is already a citizen here, you can put the nationality of maybe Germany or at least in Nigeria. So number of travel document or ID of that person, you put it there. So family relationship with not EU or Schengen person. So here, they want you to declare if you are married. Like you are married, you have 3 kids, you have 2 kids, you have to state it here. If you don't do that, it will be difficult for you to do that if you want to invite them in the future. Like here, you're a man and you are leaving your wife behind, you need to state my spouse, my child. How many child do you have? Your grandchild, whoever you think is your dependent, you have to state it here. Place and date. Okay, then you have to state it here. The family dependent, you can write your wife, which is your spouse, your child. You can easily quickly write their name somewhere here, like the name of your wife. If you have 3 kids, just write their name somewhere here. And then place and date of birth, Abuja, or I'm sure the application is in Abuja or Lagos, and the date. Then you sign signature. So this is basically all you need to do as a student that is, you are traveling, you want to secure a visa to Portugal. So you don't actually need to go, talk to agent to do this. I've seen a lot of agents charging as much as 50,000, 100,000, charges people to just get this simple thing. So you can do it by yourself without paying any agent. And it's as simple as that. So before I let go now, let me just still give us some little information that I think will be beneficial. You can imagine when you are now a student, you are now studying here. Maybe you are married and you are not coming to study in you are married, you are studying in Portugal, and then you want to bring your wife or your husband maybe later. There is what we call I think family reunion, which I think my wife will talk more on this later. This is it here. So this family reunion, the process is done in Portugal here, which I think she will put more light on how to go about it. But I just want to show you that it is a long stay. So you can see it's a long stay. If you are coming to study as a maybe 1 month program, like I've said earlier, you need to shoot short stay, or you are coming for tourists and all these things. So these are the information we want to pass across to you. If you need anything, you can always contact my wife, and I'm sure she will do justice in helping you to prepare yourself for the application. And again, lastly, be very, very prepared, most especially when it comes to the your statement of account. These are some of the things that most cases you are denied visa. I think we will create another time. I will even want to support my wife so that we talk to you generally on the reasons why visas are denied. Yes, visas are denied, so much these days that we really need to take time to analyze why. So I will do this in our subsequent video. So thank you very much, and bye-bye.